is an Insane Cast production. You're listening to Thanks for Watching the All Movies Podcast. With your cast, Beth, DJ, Jimmy. And now, thanks for watching.
Welcome to Thanks for Watching, episode 67.
That was such a great year for the Mustang, the Camaro.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
Oh, cars.
All the good ones.
Wheels spinning on the ground. Yay.
That was like fully on level with Go Sports Ball Team.
Totally. Yeah. Yay. It has a colored paint job.
Woo! Vehicular motion!
Yay. This is DJ, and I'm not too thrilled about cars. They get all greasy and stuff. It's no fun on the inside.
And then
of
they
those.
smell like fast food after a while. It's terrible.
But then again, I guess humans are the same. They get all gooey on the inside, and they start smelling after a while.
Right.
Oh, well. Jimmy! Hey!
Took a turn.
How are you?
Good. How about you?
We're synced.
We're synced. We are super synced.
I like how you just hear Joe in the background. That took a turn.
That sure did. That sure did.
Did it take a turn or a turd?
Yes.
Yeah, we did that one
Yes.
already.
That was last week's.
show.
A turd for the worst.
Turd for the
Yeah.
worst.
Bless
So,
you.
yeah. I don't know anybody heard that,
Oh.
but us
And you,
and
Beth.
you.
Sorry.
So, hey, coming to us from way up north. Way up north.
Oh, that's me. Hey.
That's... Yay.
Right next door to Santa Claus.
Yeah,
I
pretty
mean, it's
close.
not that far.
And not sitting with us, but really, closer to us.
Oh, that's me.
Right?
Yay.
He's so
Just
vague about it, you have to
Joe.
guess.
Yay! Well, it's in the show notes. Who introduces first? It goes DJ, Jimmy, Beth, and just Joe.
Well, you didn't introduce Jimmy, so
Yeah,
you threw us all
so
off.
it was-
Oh, I did. I said Jimmy, and there he was. And then he said hi. I'm not gonna. If I repeated it, then it'd be, silly. Got it. I know. I can't help it.
So,
What's up?
what's the rundown?
What's the rundown? Well, we saw movies. Ma.
Ma!
Not too scary, but it
The
was
meatloaf! Oh,
yeah,
My
not
mom
that
totally is going to think that I was actually calling for her.
Uh-oh. Secret Life of Pets 2
Cool.
and Dark Phoenix,
Oh.
the X-Men film. Yeah. So, box office numbers, some streaming, the new challenge for the week, next week's openings, future films, and the new topic. And we had a discussion about that already.
Yeah.
it's
sorry.
a good one.
It's a doozy. But hey, in the meantime, the entertainment news, they say the Tony Awards hit a 5-year low.
Oh.
Ooh.
A measly 5.5 million users.
Wow.
Or viewers.
Users.
Yeah. Users.
And that's an all-time low or 5-year low or whatever?
5-year low, yeah.
What are their normal numbers like?
I don't know. Last year it was 8.1 million.
Okay.
Huh.
And
So,
then it was more.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
How do you say I don't know and then you explain what it is?
What it was? Oh,
Well, you said I don't know.
No,
like
the normal.
last year was.
Well, I don't know the norm, but last year was kind of I guess, low for them.
Huh.
Yeah. So, but that's the thing. I
my
don't know what's normal.
gosh.
I don't know why they'd be complaining about that.
If we had 5 million viewers, DJ would his head explode.
It would explode.
He'd just be like,
honestly.
"Ah!"
He'd probably
Like in
fire
scanners?
us and get...
Yeah, like in scanners.
He'd be like, if people who...
Yikes. These people that I'm talking to. And I don't know if you saw pictures. Their red carpet was decorated for Pride Month.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Happy Pride, everybody.
Woo!
Yeah. Aww. Hey, near my house on June 19th, there's going to be a Friday the 13th viewing at one of the local theaters.
Oh.
It's a kind of a little meetup group. It'll be kind of neat. It's like $8.50 to go. It's and it's a 3-hour event. I don't know what they're going to do on Friday for the Friday the 13th event, but might be fun. Little mingling or whatever with people that like movies.
Huh.
So it's on a meetup thing. Well, I thought, oh, that's cool. So if you're here in San Diego, that'd be a great place to go watch a movie if you like Friday the 13th.
Always fun. It is getting to be summer camp time, so.
Yes. Yeah. So
Scare all the little kids going to summer camp.
Yeah. So, and in other news, Joe has a great thing that he does.
Yeah, so 3 nights a week, I stream video games on Twitch. Twitch is a great place for people to watch people play video games. There's artists that do stuff there. There's interactive chat. And I do that 3 nights a week, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, starting at 7 p.m. You can find me at twitch.tv/apostle_OFC.
There you go. Go look for him. He's up there. I've been in there for a few of them.
So, how long do you stream for?
I usually stream. I try to go about 3 hours. It depends on. I mean, things change. Sometimes I get tired faster, or
Yeah, stuff
I don't
to
really
do.
feel it, or I try for 3 hours though.
That's pretty
That's a
substantial.
that's a
amount
worthy
of time.
goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what does it cost, Joe? What does it cost for us to listen?
It doesn't. It's free. You can just make a. You don't even have to make a Twitch account. You can just log on to that URL.
Yep.
And just watch. If you want to be involved in the chat, then you have to have a Twitch account, and all that requires is a valid email address, and that's it.
Yep.
And you can make one of those up.
Yeah, you could. No, because you have to do a verification email. So
It's true.
Right. But you can make an email address up super quick.
yeah, just for this.
That is true.
And then if you wanted to support the channel, you can follow. That costs nothing. You just be a follower. There's a follow button at the top, just like most platforms. And then there's also a subscription you can do. Oops, excuse my voice there. There's a subscription you can do that will, I think right now there's a $4.99 subscription, and I split that cost with Twitch itself. If you have Amazon Prime, you can link that account. Gives you a free Tier 1 subscription. So basically, you don't pay anything extra, just your Amazon account. And it gives me the cost of if somebody was subscribing on a Tier 1 level.
I totally did it. It's super easy.
Super easy.
Even
And
Beth
thank you,
can
Beth.
do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
See, now... Yeah, that's enough information to get the juices flowing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you,
There you
Joe.
go.
It's too bad
You're
they don't do
welcome.
podcasts like that. Wouldn't that be cool?
People, yeah. I mean, you can catch, and I'm telling you, on Twitch, there's something for everybody. I mean, there's people that live stream their D&D sessions. There's people that live stream just walking around in public doing stuff. There's artists, like I said, musicians, guys trying to beat speed records on video games. Like, there's all kinds of stuff there.
Did they live stream old people sleeping, things like that?
Paint drying,
Maybe.
That's a kind of game.
grass growing.
Yeah. All kinds of stuff.
Cool.
My goodness.
Well,
Cool.
that was really informative. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
You got it. You got it.
So, also, let's see. Well, let's take a moment to talk about our our phone number,
There you
512-PODCAST. That's 512-763-2278. A lot of our peeps use that number. Our listeners use that number to text in their favorite movies, especially ones we're looking forward to, like today's topic about dogs.
Dogs.
Ooh, doggies. So you could do that. Go to our website, www.tfwmovies.com. That stands for Thanks for Watching. TFW. There you go. Check it out. Go on over there. We have a lot of fun stuff over there.
That was crazy.
Wasn't it?
Crazy.
I know. Crazy stuff. There you can also find the link to our Patreon, which is patreon.com/TFW movies. Do you see a pattern there? TFW movies.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this call.
Where was I? Oh yeah, Patreon. That's where I was. Patreon. That's right. So here's one of the cool benefits of being a subscriber to Patreon. You get to be in our chat room and listen to us record, and you actually get to hear the phone calls
And
that go through in the middle of
The
it.
insane rants that I go on.
And the insane rants, which you don't get to hear when it's all edited out and everything. All that weird stuff is gone. So become a member of Patreon.
Right?
Yeah, check it out.
And I think I thought I heard something about guest appearances by Patreon subscribers if they wanted.
I don't know about that one, but we could maybe make that
Like
happen.
10-minute spots.
10-minute spots. Boy, we need to add another tier.
5-minute spots.
Oh dear. There you go. We'll have spots for Patreon members.
This just in.
You heard it here first, people.
Patreon spots.
Yes. In
Just
the meantime,
trying to drum up business. Good lord.
right? Hopefully we get somebody. That'd be fun. Okay. Let's move on to this discussion, shall we? Because we have a lot to talk about. Doggies, right?
Yep.
Doggy films. So let's go with Crackhead Blues list, shall we? Ready for this? Turner and Hooch. I love this one.
Excellent
That's one
choice.
of my favorites. Yeah. Lady and the Tramp.
Good one.
Aww. The Sandlot. Totally
Yeah.
works. Yeah. Coco. Oh, I forgot to put that one on my list. That's a good one. The Thing.
Oh. Those poor guys.
That's awful.
It's okay, though. I mean, it works. Doggy.
No, it totally makes sense. I'm totally there with you.
Yeah. Okay, and we have some honorable mentions. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. There it is. 8 Below.
Oh, yeah.
Rhyming with that, Cujo.
Eh.
And then Patterson.
Okay, yeah. I like how... I see what
Yeah.
you did there.
Yep. Yeah. It was good. Nice work.
It's a dog and an Adam Driver. You can't go wrong there for Blue.
Wink, wink, wink. I gotcha. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Say no more. Say no more.
Good as a wink to a blind bat.
All right. Josh.
What?
Yeah. So sometimes just things come out we don't understand what they mean all the time, but that's okay. So you ready for Josh's?
Yeah.
He says, "Top Dog" with Chuck Norris.
Ah, yeah!
Yes, and he says because of the San Diego film location, like Balboa Park.
There you go.
Yeah. So K9 with Jim Belushi.
Oh, these are great.
Yes. Yes. And he likes that one because it was filmed at Hotel Del Coronado.
Aha.
So
Location-based favorites. Understood.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. He says Turner and Hooch.
Don't
But
need the car.
I know, don't need the car. He says the one you worked on, DJ, of course, holds more meaning, and he's talking about Retrievers.
That's the one with Betty White, yeah?
Yes, that's the one with Betty White. But I must say, I barely worked on it. I think I worked on it for like one day.
Take credit.
Yeah,
You still
Penny
worked
worked
on
on it, though. She was like the assistant to wardrobe.
Nice.
And so one of the times that they were working on the wardrobe, so one of the dogs was supposed to pee on Betty White. And so Penny's job was to spray her with water. And she's like, and she idolizes Betty White. And so she's like
yeah.
spraying her and going, "I'm so sorry, I'm getting I have to get you wet.
I'm sorry, I have to make it look like you've been whizzed upon.
Yes. So, but anyway, that was a neat story.
That is a neat story.
Yeah.
Is
One of a
that
kind.
the movie that you guys used my truck for?
I don't remember. We may have used your truck for that.
Yeah.
I don't know. We've worked on several.
So many.
Yeah. What else? There was another one where Robert Hayes, I think his name is, the guy from Airplane. If you ever saw that that film, the guy who has a drinking problem. Is it Robert Hayes? No, it's something.
Hold on.
What's his name?
I know
She's
his
like,
name. I can't come up with it.
hold on.
It's been a really long day. Give me a minute. It's it is Robert
guy.
Hayes. You got it.
Oh, okay. Yay.
Man, you nailed it.
I don't know how I did that.
Magic.
It's a
Pulled
weird
that
day.
Pulled that one out
Got
of
it, man.
somewhere.
I don't know.
I don't see a hat.
I forget my story now.
I've got that going on for you
my
today.
Oh well, I think it had something. Oh yes, he was doing something. There was a dressing thing that was going on, and Penny had to like fit him for something, and I can't remember what happened, but I think it had something to do with him and his underwear.
Oh.
And I don't know, but he's a funny guy. I don't think he did anything like in Me Too movement type of a thing, but
Right.
So I don't think Penny was traumatized. If that's what I mean. Anyway, moving on. Penny picked 101 Dalmatians, and she says, "There's a dog named Penny."
There is.
Yes, and then we were talking, going over it, and I added it to my list while I was doing it, and I said, well, there's a Penny in Inspector Gadget, even though it's the cartoon version, or I think there's the other version too, but I really like the cartoon show.
Well, yeah, because it was a great show.
Yeah, so that counts.
Huh.
Because brain.
Yeah.
And I don't mean Pinky and the Brain, but that's also a great one.
That's where I went.
Yeah, no, Brain, the dog from...
I remember
yeah,
Brain.
Okay, good. Yay! All right.
Brain didn't get enough credit.
He was
I
the
agree.
brain of the operation. He and Penny totally saved Gadget so many
Totally.
times.
Yeah, but Brain specifically didn't get enough credit.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
He did have a sick collar, though. He could talk to Penny
Yeah.
through her book.
Penny would get all the kudos when it was very rare already.
Yeah.
Inspector Gadget would notice, oh, Penny did that. But it was like,
Right.
yo,
Well, actually,
no,
if
Brain
you
did.
think about it, Gadget got all the credit, Penny got slight credit, and then Brain was like,
Shafted.
distant
Yeah.
third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Brain. Aww.
I mean, Mad Cat
Brain.
got more credit than Brain half the time.
That's true. No kidding.
Justice for Brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hashtag Brain, too.
Oh, man. Brain is a person, too.
Yeah. Aw. Okay, moving on to Teacher J.M. Strauss. He put down Old Yeller.
Ah!
I know. Marley and Me.
Oh, God, why?
I know. Okay, 101 Dalmatians.
Hey.
We're good. Yeah, that's better. Lady and the Tramp. See, that's good. Okay. Fox and the Hound.
I'm a hound dog.
Oh, Copper.
Oliver and Company.
Yeah.
And A Dog's Purpose and A Dog's Journey. That group of doggy things.
So a bunch of tearjerkers, basically.
So many sad parts in these movies.
I know. I'm sorry.
I mean, hey,
I'm not. It's his
favorite-
list. I had to read it.
It's his list. You have to give him
That's
his due on that. Good list. I'm just going to be over here in the corner crying.
Aw. But yeah, it is a good list.
It is a good list.
Honestly. Yeah. So yay, good job, Teacher J.M. Strauss and Penny and Joshua and Crackhead Blue.
Heyo.
Those are some good doggy favorites. Let's do the cast doggy favorites, shall we?
Okay.
All
Go
right.
for it.
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
Because I'm excited about it. UHF has a bunch of doggies. A pile of them, honestly.
Oh, God. Today we are teaching poodles how to fly. That was an effed up pun, DJ.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and it's so funny. I was looking it up on Does the Dog Die?
Yeah, like 15 of them.
and it says, we don't... I mean, the dogs were thrown out a window and were injured.
They're just laying in a pile under the window.
Yeah. So that was just funny. And then later on, it says it asks. There was another thing. Give me a second. I have it right here. I have it set up already. Yeah. Come on. UHF was supposed to be right there.
What are you looking at? UHF.
Oh, yeah. It says flying poodles are thrown from the window, and we heard a thud. Apparently, they couldn't fly after all.
Yeah. I mean, the turtles were nature's suction cup. They stuck to the ceiling.
Yes.
But the poodles, unfortunately, is just thumping.
And I didn't know there were other things, like does a head get squashed, and it says, well, in one of George's daydreams, he dreams that he's Indiana Jones, and his whole body gets squished. So
that's true, mooshed
does
flat.
That count? Yeah. And then there was one other thing. Oh, does someone fall to their death? And they added, well, those darn poodles never learned how to fly. I wish I could make up comedy like that. So anyway, UHF, that's one of them. Back to the Future.
Good.
Isle of Dogs. Bolt.
Good.
Scooby-Doo. I really like Scooby-Doo.
Which one? There's like 7.
I like them all. I like Scooby-Doo.
There's 7 Scooby-Doo movies? Is that real?
That was sarcasm. It was exaggeration.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was like,
I said there are like 7, but I think there might
there only
actually
like 3?
be like 4. 3 or 4.
The live action
That's
ones.
like 3 too many.
Yeah. I'm going with live action. Especially the first one. I really like that one.
Live action with a CGI dog. Got it.
Yes. Live action CGI dog. Exactly.
Got it.
Let's see. Cartoon Inspector Gadget.
Mm-hmm.
And then more recently, the John Wick Chronicles.
Yeah.
I like them a lot.
That poor puppy.
I like it a lot. Yeah.
That Theon Greyjoy, he just can't do anything right.
Doing the I like it a lot. It reminds me. I mean, I want to count. I want to count Dumb and Dumber for the Shaggin' Wagon.
Well, there were also dogs in
it,
but the Shaggin' Wagon is the most.
Yeah, the truck itself is the dog.
Yeah,
exactly.
Great.
I got worms. Sorry, I love that movie. I must have watched that 10 times in the theaters.
I got worms.
I got worms. Me and Daryl were idiots.
Our pets' heads are falling off. Wait, Daryl went and saw Dumb and Dumber with you like 6 times in the theater? Is that what you said?
Yep.
Blackmail.
Yeah, blackmail.
That boy acts
know.
like he's so serious and so mature. Blah, blah, blah. Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber, that's all you gotta say.
You got him.
Yep. So that's my list. It's all over. I added that last one.
Good list.
Call it honorable mention, I suppose. Thank you. Jimmy, what do you got for us?
Well, Old Yeller.
Oh,
Just because it's such a classic.
It is a classic.
There are other classic dog movies.
Yeah, I've only
I'll
seen
get to
it once.
those, though. I'll get to that. I'll get to it. Okay? I love Old Yeller.
So sad, though.
The dog disagrees.
Yeah.
That is the original. The dog dies, though. I also like Coco.
Yeah, Coco.
Yeah, I love that dog.
That's a great movie. John Wick 3.
Okay.
John Wick 3 is man, I love the fact that the dogs had Kevlar.
Yeah, those Malinois are badass.
Yeah.
Right. And then Up.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know you, and I love you.
I love you.
Ah, Doug.
Squirrel.
Secondarily, because my brother's name is Doug, and I make fun of him all the time.
Oh,
Doug.
that's awesome.
And then last and certainly not least, Lassie.
Lassie, yes. Classic.
We just
That's
watched
my list.
Benji the other day.
Oh, Benji! Benji the Call of the
class.
Wild?
I don't know which one it was. It was a 2000-something release of Benji.
I see.
Yeah, something on Netflix. I didn't really watch it per se, but I saw the end credits, and I swear, Lassie looked... I'm not Lassie. Benji looked a lot like Miko. I was like, wow, it looks like my doggy. Aww. So, yeah. But Lassie, I like Lassie. The collie, right? Border collie?
Actual collie.
Yeah.
Actual collie.
Yeah,
Okay.
the actual collie.
Yeah. So, Beth, you're on the next thing. If you want to add something.
Oh,
or we
I
can
have
go with
movies.
Joe. I don't know.
I have movies
Go
to
ahead.
add, friend.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take off the movies that people have already said.
Okay.
Because just repeating the same thing over and over. So I'm taking off Benji and then Turner and Hooch.
I got a muffin for you!
This is not your room. The Ugly Dachshund is one of my favorite dog movies in history. It's very old. It has Suzanne Pleshette and Dean Jones in it. And the Great Dane thinks he's a dachshund. You can't go wrong with that. It's hysterical. Beethoven, of course. Why are you laughing?
DJ spelling.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. I'll just...
You know,
Dachshund is a tough one.
How did he spell it? How did
you
he
don't want
spell
to
it?
know.
Now I have to go look. Dang it!
He already changed it. It's already
Okay.
been
Is it
changed.
still right? Or is it right now? Or is it still wrong?
I have.
Incidentally,
I got you. I fixed it.
There's a girl at work who does refer to the dachshunds as dash hounds, so don't even feel feel weird about it.
I don't. Like I would ever.
And she did refer to the Belgian Malinois the other day as a Malinois, so it's tricky. Dog breeds are tricky.
Oh, that's a good.
Beethoven, because it really does show what it's like to have a Saint Bernard at home with all the slime and the hair. Best in Show, one of the best dog movies ever. Super, super funny. A lot of really fun dog breeds. Babe, because that's some mad border collie business. Peter Pan, because Nana. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, because it's the only one that actually contains the dog and not just the joke about the dog. Poor Nana.
Yeah.
Yep, you got it, Blue. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Any of them. Max is fully dog-worthy. He's like...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, half the time he's dressed as a reindeer, but it doesn't count. It doesn't matter. He's still a dog. White Fang. I mean, technically it's a wolf, but still really good. The River Wild. That dog lives in the wild for a while as she's chasing along the river trying to catch up with her humans who Kevin Bacon is threatening to kill. Something About Mary. Pray for Puffy. Come on now. Something About Mary. Uh-oh, poor Joe. The Burbs, the little dog Queenie who craps on the neighbor's lawn.
Queenie!
Yep.
We have your dog.
And there's a movie called Chomps from like 1979 that is about a robot dog that has like super strength and x-ray vision and can detect crimes being committed. It's freaking sick. I haven't seen it in years, but I remember it and it makes me so happy.
That's called Chomps?
Chomps.
Okay.
And it's like an acronym for something. I can't remember what the Chomps stands for. But, also, I'm going to have to ask Joe for a ruling on this one. Does Barf count as a dog?
Yes!
I mean, he's his own best friend.
He's half man,
He
half
is.
dog, so then Spaceballs.
Spaceballs. Oops.
You don't want to regularly go to me for Spaceballs rulings because I'm generally not going to agree with the consensus on that.
You don't like Spaceballs?
I'm not that into it.
That's okay. You don't have to be.
And everybody tells me it's because they're like spoofing my favorite stuff, and I go, normally I'm okay with that, but I don't know. I know this is gonna go against very popular opinion. It's kind of I don't know. I don't laugh at very many things in it.
No, well that's fine. You don't have to laugh at everything.
I know, but
Joe?
yeah.
I'm with you on that.
All right.
There's
there's funny
parts.
stuff. There's funny parts, but like
man.
I can't sit through that whole movie. I can't.
That's fine. You don't
See.
have to, man. It's cool. I don't judge you for
My-
that. I'll watch
My
it.
little
You don't have
brother,
to.
my little brother used to watch that thing ad nauseum.
Blue, I love you.
And-
I actually, that's a different joke. I actually do like George Michael. She's quoting something.
I see.
Yeah, I my little brother Will loves that movie, and I'm like, okay, I'll laugh for you.
Like,
Right.
the two parts that really get me are when they're both staring at the screen, they keep turning around, they're like, well, that's then what's now? Like, that part's
Yes.
pretty funny.
When will then
That
be
is
now? Soon.
Right, that's good.
Okay.
The giant combs in the desert
We
is
ain't
great.
found shit. Yep.
Yeah, we ain't found shit. And then, that's it? I don't know. There's probably some other stuff.
No, sir, I didn't see you playing with your dolls again.
but As a whole, I'm kind of like whatever on it.
It's okay. You
I
don't
have-
have to.
I always say, oh, now I have to change the number of my luggage and see whether or not somebody gets it or doesn't.
Right,
See, I
right.
would laugh.
Most people don't get it. I'm like, what? How do you not get this?
Not everything needs to be liked by everybody. I
That's
understand.
Not everybody
that.
likes... A wise man once told me, not everybody likes spaghetti.
That's true.
Yeah. There you go.
And that man was Jimmy Buffett.
There-
He looks like Jimmy Buffett.
Understood. So,
Any more on that list there, Beth?
Oh, I'm sure I could come up with some more. That's like not even any of the new ones.
Dude, you did like umpteen movies.
It was like 7 or 8.
I like that you threw the Burbs in there because Queenie is such an insignificant
Oh
character. in
yeah,
that
she's
movie.
a throwaway, but she craps on the lawn and like she gets held hostage, and
Yeah, so
we even
great.
have a ransom note for that old man's dog.
You keep a goddamn horse in the basement?
And the Great Dane, exactly.
Yeah.
I think
Your headphones.
just a one little sidestep. I think one of the funniest parts in that entire movie is Tom Hanks's reaction when he puts the anchovy on the pretzel and then eats it. Like this,
Were they sardines or
the
anchovies?
sardine? That
I
was
can't
it.
remember.
They're
Yeah,
sardines.
yeah.
I don't like fish, so I.
Sardines and pretzels. No, the best part. Sorry, side note. Sorry, DJ.
No, that's okay.
The part I quote it all the time. You can ask Blue. Is when that guy yells up at Rumsfeld. He goes, "Hey man, when's the show gonna start? I gotta go to work in like an hour." And he goes, "Ricky,
Get this lame out of your
yeah,
yard!
get this lame out of here." And then Corey Feldman goes, "Get out of my yard, lame-o, hey!" Like, it's just, that makes me
so
laugh
good.
so much every time.
So good.
It's so funny.
There's
yeah.
so many things about that movie that are great, and it's vastly underrated. Like nobody's seen it, but it's. I've never seen anyone drive their garbage down to the street and then bang the hell out of it with a stick.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
That movie's so good.
If you haven't seen this film, go watch it, you guys. The Burbs. I know I've talked about it before. We used it as a challenge. Just
As a challenge.
put it in your eyes.
Yeah. You got to
so
see
it's one of my favorite all-time movies.
it. Tom Hanks is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his
Absolutely.
neighbor, Ray. I can't remember the actor's name, but
Ray.
or not Ray.
I'll-
He's a. Oh man.
Yeah, good times. I'll look up his name because I can't think of it either. The Boobs.
Yeah, it's such a good movie. All right, sorry
Yeah,
sorry
for the
sidetrack.
sidetrack.
Hey, that's okay. It's the Burb sidetrack.
We were so happy.
It is a movie podcast after all.
Don't worry, we won't fix that in post. Joe, what do you got for us?
All right, I Am Legend.
Yes, you are.
That is a great doggy film. It
Because I
scares
love that
me
dog
so much.
and it hurt my heart a lot when he
Right?
had to do what he had to do.
That's why I couldn't put it on the
Yeah.
list because it still hurts.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
bummer. I mean, I was scared for the dog when it ran into the building on its own.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that dog's gone. I was like, no way. The Road Warrior.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've always wanted a Queensland healer because of that movie.
They're good dogs.
I'm going to put Coco on there retroactively. I wasn't really thinking. I don't know why I left, because Dante's like my... You can ask Blue. She'll tell you. Any movie we watch, like, for some reason, the side characters or the little characters that are kind of, like, inconsequential, or they do drive the story in their own way, but they're not, like, the main parts. Like, I just latch onto those guys for some reason. Like, well, not that.
Because you like an underdog.
Yeah.
Oh, see what you did there.
Nice one. Like in WALL-E, my favorite bot that they come across later is the one that has to clean everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's like scrubbing. Like
He's
love
a
that
good one.
guy. I love that little guy. Anyway, so Coco, and then I put 2 honorables on there, which is kind of against what I usually do, but Independence Day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not that Boomer did very much, but the part where I was pretty sure he was gonna die, I got super upset, and then he made it, so
really?
I was good with it. You know what I'm talking about?
I totally know what you're talking about.
Where he's running through the tunnel,
Yeah.
and you're like, dude, he's not gonna.
There's
He's
no
not
way
make
that
it.
in real life that would actually occur, but
Yeah, and then he does
Yeah.
that magical jump
Whoosh,
into the
slow motion.
Yeah, and I'm like,
he didn't even
I thought he was
flinch when the
gonna die
wall
too,
of fire
like,
flew
Yeah.
by.
no biggie. And then Cujo,
Cujo. Yeah.
because that poor dog, he was just upset and scared. And
Seriously, and
he didn't know what was going on.
incidentally, I've had 2 teenage people tell me that they've had rabies in the past week. And I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah, I got it from a
Okay.
rat. Uh-huh, and how are you feeling today? Oh, I'm better now. You know
It got
that
better.
rabies kills you, right? What?
Right? Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
I'm not dead yet.
What are they teaching kids in school these days?
Maybe they thought they had
Common Core.
scabies.
Common Core.
It ruins everything.
Ugh.
It does. Oh my gosh. All right. So that's all you got for us? Why am I
Yeah, that's
clearing
it.
my throat like that? Holy moly. Excuse me all. All right, well, let's move on to the next segment, shall we?
Nobody said Air Bud. I'm surprised.
Airbud. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Well, moving on.
thanks for that. All right. It's time for stuff we're putting in our eyes. So first of all, we saw Ma. So it's just your classic love story between a woman and her high school crush.
Oh.
And it's 30 years later, and she's still interested in him. But so she like befriends all these teenagers, but these teenagers are actually like the children of the people she hung out with in high school. Yeah.
Boy.
So I know, kind of a spoiler.
That's fine.
I suppose,
It's fine.
but-
I think they give that away in the trailer.
Yeah. So, and you saw in the trailer, the guy's like, "Stay away from my son," and you know all that stuff. And I won't tell you too much because I don't want to spoil everything. But she's crazy.
Oh.
and rightfully so. Like whatever she did to not to the kids, but to the adults, dude. They deserve it. They deserve it. That's all I'm saying. Not good stuff happened to her in high school.
Oh.
Yeah. So, totally justified in what she did. Not to the kids, though. A little weird goes on there. I'd have to call it like a psychological thriller over a horror film.
Okay.
Yeah, so... and I guess if you wanted to talk in a horror film, they have pretty high body counts, right? Well, I think
TJ.
this... Yeah?
But was it a classic love story?
But it was a classic love story.
All right.
Yeah.
We just had to make sure.
No, yeah, I mean, it was all in love. The whole thing was all about the love.
Classic love story
know.
verification.
Yeah, that's what it was. So, I don't know that I have a favorite scene in this because it was still kind of
Disturbing.
disturbing a little bit.
How did she portray that character?
How did she...
Was it like believable? Was it good? Like, what would you rate the performance?
Oh no, it was believable. She
Okay.
looked good. I mean, she looked like she knew what she was doing. She was methodical about it. Methodical. Anyway, she planned it out.
Cool.
I feel like Porky Pig. She planned it.
That was good.
So, but she did great though. You totally believed she was crazy. And there are some twists in it that are like, whoa, I can't believe it. Other amazing things about this, no boobs.
Oh.
Wow, can you believe it? A classic love story that's horror.
With no boobs in it?
No boobs.
I think they started doing that back in the 80s, that whole, we have to have boobs in a horror movie.
Yeah. So
To get butts in the seats.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah. So, anyhow, this film, as a film that was good, I give it a 7, and I guess that's my average. So I didn't think it was spectacular, but I didn't think it was terrible.
Yeah.
So, so give it my average score.
That'd be a 5.
No, I guess that's a 5.
5 is average.
DJ's rating scale starts at 5.
It pretty much does. I mean, if we went 0 to 5, I would just give it a 3.5.
That's
that's
okay.
7.
We've had that conversation before.
Yes. So, but yeah, to me, it's a 7. I was entertained. That's my biggest thing. Does it entertain me, or do I want to fall asleep? And sometimes films where I want to fall asleep, it's not always the film's fault. But in this case, it was, I stayed awake the whole thing, and it was good. I was
Are you guys
entertained.
being bombed right now?
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. I know, right? No, there's some plane way up there. Some are high, and it's...
No, they're just getting ready to bomb us.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what country would not want to at this point. Anyway, that's all I have for Ma. I know.
What the hell was that?
A political comment!
Well, yeah.
Good Lord.
Hey, that's
I
the way
heard
it
the
works.
needle.
Right? It's just like Turner and Hooch, the Burbs! Bombing!
Politics.
Whoa!
Yeah. Don't derail me if you don't want these comments to happen.
Fair enough.
All right.
Keep it
Secret
together.
Life of Pets 2. You want to hear about this?
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. It's your classic love story between a dog and its new human. But wait, it's also a classic love story between a bunny and his superhero suit.
Oh, well.
And it's also a classic love story between a dog and her need to present as a cat. So, I don't know where to go other than this movie was 3 30-minute cartoons
Okay.
mashed into one.
How was it in relation to the first one?
Oh, first one's better.
Okay.
The first one's way better. This one was cute. I mean, it had its little vignettes, and they all kind of tied in together at the very end. So it was, the dog, the main character dog, and I don't even know their names. I don't even know why I don't know their names. But anyway.
That's how interested you are in it.
Yeah, I suppose, but I never remember names. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, I could go through a ton of movies and barely remember the names. I've watched UHF 1,000 times, so I know George and I know Bob.
Right.
But that's and Uncle Nutsy's Clubhouse and all that. But anyway, like this one I've only watched once, really. But anyway, the main character, Doggy, he's like, it starts off, I hate kids, I never want them, and then all of a sudden the girl's pregnant because she met a guy, and they get married, and boom, now there's a baby, and he falls in love with the kid and wants to protect the kid from everything. And it's that classic little, did you remember Horton Hears a Who?
Yep.
And he's got to put the Who's in a nice place, and everything is scary and gonna kill it.
Yeah.
Same thing right here. The guy, the dog wants to protect the kid, and everything is gonna hurt this kid.
Gotcha.
So, and that stems to them going out into the country, totally new environment where there are even more dangerous things. Yeah. And then the girl that loves him is watching something for him while he's away, and this something falls into a crazy cat lady's house. And she has to go retrieve it, so she's now trying to pretend like she's a cat.
Oh, of course.
So it's connected, but also not, they're crazy cats. Little crazy cat lady and the crazy cats. It's crazy. Probably some of my favorite scenes are in the crazy cat lady's house. So, and I think you see it in the trailer, but then when the dog catches the laser light, and all of a sudden all the cats worship her. You got the magic laser. So, I thought it was funny. Again, I guess I would give it a 7 in that. I mean, it made me laugh quite a bit.
Good.
I really liked the performance.
Was it average, though?
I think so. I mean, it's a sequel, and I thought it was like 3 cartoons in one, because the superhero bunny thing wasn't really good. Like, wasn't really part of the thing until they, like, at the end, they had to say, oh, well, this is what happened in there. So
you thought it was, like, fragmented?
Yeah,
it wasn't tied together enough?
No, not
so
really.
Is it a 7 like Ma or a better 7?
Like Ma? I mean, totally different genre, so
No,
hard to
you
say.
gave Ma a 7.
Yeah,
and
this
is
was
a 7.
This
is
is
this
a 7 as well.
7?
I was entertained. I really liked hearing the voice of Han Solo,
Harrison Ford. Yeah,
Harrison Ford. I was impressed by it because it didn't sound like what's his name? Han Solo.
Harrison
I say
Ford.
Han Solo, but I mean it.
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford. He didn't sound like Indiana Jones either. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
You mean he was acting?
He was acting. He
Weird.
acted well.
Tricky.
So what the heck? Yeah.
That is crazy
I know,
business right
I know.
there.
So, but yeah,
Craziness,
it's a 7. I think go see it. If you have kids, go check it out. If you like movies about pets, go check it out.
What does having kids have to do with liking that movie?
Well, kids will probably like it.
What if your kids are all old?
Well, if your kids are old and they'll still like cartoons,
What
why
if you
wouldn't
don't
they?
have kids? Will you still like this movie?
Yes, if you
not.
like cartoons or animated stuff,
If you
Penny
like
and I,
kids movies, even though you don't like kids or you don't have kids.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
okay.
liked it.
I also
I
feel
liked
that
it.
way about
I'll
a
call
lot
it
of
a
kids
7.
movies. I love kids movies. I
Yeah.
have none kids.
Yeah. There you go. So, if you have older kids, let them make their own decision and have them buy it themselves. I
Make
know.
your own choice. Would you like to come see the child's movie with me? No? Okay,
Yes.
I will
No.
go on my
Yeah.
own.
Yeah. Exactly. So, let's move on to something more super, I guess we could say.
Okay.
Yes. Dark Phoenix.
Ah.
Yes. Your classic love story between bad situations and regret. Yeah. They,
That is a
I don't know.
classic love story.
I guess. Exactly. You know, you get into these situations and you wish you hadn't done it. But you did it for the good of everybody.
Yeah.
And the good of the person. Like we're gonna, chain you up in the room so you don't get hurt and not let you out of the room. But you accidentally escape. It sounds like Tangled a little bit, doesn't it?
A little bit.
So, but honestly, it was. I thought this was a great film. I wish I could tell you more about it because I don't want to give a lot away because it's X-Men.
Well, they kind of show the whole movie in the trailer, so
Did you see it, Joe?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then
you need
how'd
to go
you
see it
know,
before you make
Cedilla?
that statement.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm a little worried that they maybe changed some stuff from the so the comic arc.
They did.
The Dark Phoenix comic arc is actually really good, and it's like something that you should probably read if you're interested in. Like, if you see the movie, you should definitely go check out the comics. The couple of reviews that I did hear about it, they were saying certain things about it, and I was like, man, that's not at all how it is. Like, I don't know.
Well, are you like the X-Men fan, or like you're like all on the comics?
So the old comics, yes. Not any. I haven't read anything recent.
Okay.
And as far as the movies go, I'm glad that they're finally like kind of putting a fork in these Fox X-Men movies.
Well, yeah, they're done. This is the last one.
Right. So now that Kevin Feige is going to get those toys in his toy box, I'm curious to see how he integrates them and or brings in new X-Men characters.
Based on what I saw, I think they're going to just like trash it and say all new ones. This is it.
Again, some more? Oh.
Well, no,
Yeah.
we won't see any of these guys anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Disney said, "Oh well, we'll let you have this one. It was so fun, and so we're going to do it our own way now."
Well,
I mean,
it feels like there have been X-Men movies over and over and over and over and over for like the past 20 years. And then when they got to a point where they're like, these ones are feeling kind of played out. Let's start it over and do an entirely different timeline and start it all over. And I get that that's like, hey, a fresh start is always a good thing, I guess. But it feels like, and it's never the characters I want to see.
Yeah.
Like, I do like Dark Phoenix. I think she's badass. But it just, to me, it feels like every time I see, Rogue! And, like, an actual Gambit. But, it feels like every time I see a trailer for a new X-Men movie, it's like, again. Sorry. I know that's unpopular.
Days of Future Past was great, and it was a great way to reset the timeline.
I think
First Class was really good as well.
I'm not saying that those are bad movies.
Never
would I say that. If they're going to bring in new characters and do new stuff, then I'm all for it, and I'm cool with it. And I don't even debate if you want to make more with these guys, fine. But it's hard for me to like scrape together the time out of my busy schedule to be like, I really want to go see that X-Men movie.
Right.
Because I've seen so many.
Apocalypse was a little bit of a letdown for me, personally.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, those ones aren't bad movies, and some of the earlier ones, not bad movies. It's just, it just starting to drag on me a little bit.
Well, I fully enjoyed this one. It set you through some emotion that was like, there were some things that happened that I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened. And it was like, I wish I could say, but it would be a total big spoiler. I don't want to spoil it for you guys. But awesome. And I loved the Phoenix. I love what happened to this gal, the Dark Phoenix. I love how her story played out.
Yeah.
So this one is an 8 for me. I was fully engaged, fully entertained. A few times I was like, "Whoa, I can't believe they did that." I must say, I felt like Magneto's character was weak. I felt like they were like. There was this scene where Dark Phoenix and Magneto were fighting together, or fighting each other, and they were like doing their superpower thing. It was like, "Whoa, look at them go!" And then later on, there's another scene where they're fighting these little alien guys, and all he does is like throw metal against one guy in a corner, and I'm like, "That's all you got? Come on,
interesting,
Magneto. Come on, you could do better than this."
We've seen you do crazier stuff than that, man.
Yeah, you lifted a baseball stadium. Come on,
right?
Yeah.
And
Created a big wall with a stadium.
also,
Right?
full disclaimer,
I mean-
and you broke the Bay Bridge. Full disclaimer:
Right.
this, what I was saying, is totally just my opinion. Has nothing to do with anybody else or what they think. It's just my own personal opinion.
Yeah. Well, that's what we do. We tell our opinions.
Yeah, but I
It's
don't.
good.
I don't want people to think that I'm speaking for anybody except for the Beth.
Yeah. Got it. Makes sense. But that being said, I still really enjoyed this film. What do you think, Jimmy?
I think that, truthfully, it was my favorite X-Men movie.
Yay!
It really was, because a lot like Beth, I'm like, oh, great, another X-Men movie. I'll just have to wait till DJ buys that.
Well, it's likely to happen.
I mean, truthfully, and I was like, okay, well, this will be one of the movies that it's at a discount at this point because I've watched a couple movies already this month.
Yeah.
I think
I went away feeling good about it. I'm not going to give any of the plot, any of that kind of stuff, but a couple of things that I really enjoyed about it. It made political statements without being like super activist about it. There was girl power stuff in there, but it was
nice.
so organic. It was like not the end of Avengers where it's like, oh, look at all the girls lined up. It's like, seriously, put that away. And
I liked that.
and
I thought that was pretty
and
Yeah.
it was cool, but it was like seriously over the top. When you watched Dark Phoenix, you'll see what I mean. It is just, it's more real. To me, it's more real. I like there's a lot of redemptive value to this movie. And it has to do with what DJ was saying about like Magneto. He's a lot more toned down in this movie. He really is. He is so toned down. It's kind of cool. You get to see a little bit of his personality and less of his super ability. The same thing with Dr. Xavier. You get to see that too. So I got to see. You get to see a little bit of a side that I'm one of those people that wonder about. So it was cool. I give it a 10.
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we left, my wife said, "What do you think?" I go, "I think that's actually my favorite X-Men movie, and this is why."
Nice.
Same thing I just said. I loved it.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's
All right.
good.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And I don't. Unlike Joe, I am comic book deficient.
Yeah, for me, it just sometimes I got to turn that part of my knowledge off
Yeah.
and just enjoy what I'm seeing.
Because sometimes
But
it is
when-
hard to judge something for
Right,
its
but
own
when a
self
movie,
and not what you
like-
know.
Yeah, but when Infinity War and Endgame get it so right, then I'm like, come on, guys, you guys can do it. Don't,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Right.
Ugh.
No, it's like when I watch a legal movie. Either
Oh,
I
yeah,
go,
you see how, like,
that's
that would
great.
never happen. Right.
That's
yeah,
really
I
great,
gotcha.
or I'm yelling at the screen.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You're in contempt, dick!
Bailiff!
Yeah, no,
Judge would
it's,
never put up for that.
Yeah.
I had it happen. I was watching it was a series I watched. I talked about it the last time 2 weeks ago or whatever. Yeah, it was so unreal, but it was one of those things where I was like, I don't care. It's funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I feel you.
Cool.
Nice.
Anybody else watch anything on the silver screen?
I did see Godzilla.
Yeah.
I did.
What'd you think?
I see what you're saying with there was a lot of the people and not as much of the monsters,
Yeah.
the titans, as it
Yeah.
were. But also, I really enjoyed it. Liked their little they had like the old school Godzilla faces, which made me really happy, and like Godzilla walking
The
around,
monsters?
yeah, with his big old haunches made me happy. It felt old school to me, and I liked that. They had all of the musical cues that you're looking for when you see like Godzilla and Mothra, and it made me happy. I enjoyed it. I'm sorry that you had a rough viewing, DJ, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Good.
So.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I think I could have liked it. I think I could have really enjoyed it. But again, that was
if you ever watch it again, if you watch it at home or whatever, I think you'll find it slightly more amusing to yourself.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sure I will.
That's perfect, Joe.
Well, I'm gonna bow out because I have
Bow wow.
You're gonna bow out.
Yeah. Bow out. Yeah, because we talked about doggies.
Yep.
Now I have court about 2 hours away in the morning at 8. So
He's getting up early.
yeah,
All right, buddy.
Have a good night, man.
love you guys. Love you, listeners. Blue, give them hell.
Ah.
Give him hell.
Well, all right. Well, while he's doing that, we are going to do the challenge, shall we?
Yep.
Y'all,
Shall we?
Y'all
Shall.
ready for this?
Yep. Every time.
Every
know.
time. All right. Here we go.
Yes, come on, Jack. The alley-oop.
It all comes down to this.
Jack.
You're not the same man you were this morning, are you, Jack? You're better, you're stronger, you're a man in control of your
Yes!
own destiny, Jack. Psych yourself up, Jack. See yourself opening the doors, Jack. See yourself jumping from the truck, Jack. You're not gonna back groceries all your life, are you, Jack? Are you? See yourself being a hero, Jack. Psych yourself up. Nam yo horingikum, nam yo horingikum, nam yo horingikum. Can you do it, Jack? Can you see it, Jack? Can you see it? Yes! I can see it.
Yes.
I probably did way more than I should have. I love this movie.
It's so good.
Now I have to watch it again because the song is just stuck in my head now.
It's all about the Sam Cooke.
Yeah, very much.
Cupid. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Ah, definitely.
Yeah. So, but anyway, if you know that film, I didn't tell you what last week's was, did I? We just went right into it.
Yeah, you got all
right over
excited.
Yeah, I was so excited when I thought of this film. I was like, I gotta remember it, and I stuck it on my my list of movies that we need to do, and I said, we're doing this
in your
one.
schedule, in your schedule planner.
In the schedule.
In the schedule. So it's there, and so last week's, in case you didn't know, was Romancing the Stone.
Drop my
Yes.
Dino.
And it looks like Crackhead Blue is the one who got that one.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, congrats. Yay. But then, so there you go. Yes, what am I missing?
Just thinking of the burbs of Art and
the
Tom
burbs.
Hanks screaming
Dude,
in the
That
chat
Penguins
thread.
kid is stoked. That Penguins kid is stoked.
Oh, yeah, totally right.
That's awesome.
That's how I feel about the movie that is the challenge this week.
Yeah, no, it's a good one. It's a good one.
Do you know what this is? It's a bone.
It's a femur bone.
It just so happens to be a femur. Okay, it's a femur bone. Oh,
Satan
man.
is
Now
good.
they know
Satan
that
is
we
a
know
PL.
that they know that we know.
No! I just put a note over there that said, we know what you're doing. What?
I like where he goes, so he's just a litter bug. It's a piece of trash. It's no big
it's
deal.
my note.
It's your note. God, that movie's so good.
Because it's great.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I
So
love
what are
Carrie
we
Fisher in it,
streaming
too.
Oh, Carrie
right
Fisher.
now, Beth?
I am currently streaming The Dark Crystal because I don't know if you know this.
Oh.
I'm not going to actually finish it. I am watching it on
Oh,
Netflix,
okay.
amusingly enough.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I'm watching
Funny,
The Dark
next
Crystal.
month-
It's a great
next
movie.
month.
Jim Henson.
Oh yeah, I heard there might be something Dark Crystal related.
Yeah, I think they
Netflix,
gave us a release date on that. I think it's sometime in
Yeah.
August.
Oh, my
I mean.
Right. Some new thing coming out.
Yeah. And then I did start watching Dead to Me, which was something that
Oh, okay.
Jimmy had recommended. And
Yeah.
it's really funny. It's also intensely effed up. And I think that it actually does a really good job of showing some of the lesser embraced forms of grief. Like, everyone knows sad face crying grief. Everyone knows, like, I'm going to eat the entire contents of my fridge and pantry grief. Less people see the extreme rage grief. And, like, what sort of just rants and insanity go along with that. So, there are a bunch of the lesser known forms of grief, or lesser accepted forms of grief that you see in that movie, or in that show, that you're just like, ooh, damn, that's, wow. So, if you're interested in going down that particular road, it's also extremely funny and well written. Christina Applegate is brilliant in it, and you should totally check it out. It's on the Netflix, and it's funny, and it's sad, but mostly funny. So, yeah.
I don't know any Christina Applegate film I don't like.
Yeah, I can't think of one.
Yeah.
So, she's always good.
Yeah, she is. I think she knows how to pick scripts.
Yeah,
So, she did good on this one.
agreed.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Just Joe. Stream anything? Horror?
Just some
horror?
old movies.
Oh, yeah?
Blue and I.
Crackhead Blue.
Every time, man.
It's okay. I think at this point we know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Blue and I, over the last week, watched The Fast and the Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, and Tokyo Drift Fast and the Furious
man.
3.
You were being very quick and angry all week.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
kidding.
Wow. It was just great to see, like, Paul Walker at his kind of his start, getting started.
Actually.
Well, I mean, he was still relatively not well known yet.
Right.
When Fast and the Furious came
Wasn't
out,
he
so.
in 8 Below?
That was after the first Fast and the Furious
Okay.
movie, I'm pretty sure.
But,
yeah, it's just... we were watching it, I'm like, man, I can't believe this guy's gone. Like, that's incredible. Like,
Yeah.
he wasn't that old.
No, not at all.
Cars.
That's
Cars
right.
going fast.
So we
right
streamed
back
that. The last couple days, I've been trying to catch up on the live streams for the E3 conference.
Ah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that counts in movie territory.
Sure.
It works for me.
So I've just been trying to find out what games are coming out, what's looking good, what's looking terrible.
What you're going to be streaming?
Yeah, I'm actually trying to look for prospects down the road. What I might actually be playing live for people.
Oh,
Things
man,
that I'm
I
hyped
forgot
about.
He was in Meet the Deedles. Sorry, go ahead.
Kind of putting my former professional opinion on things, looking at what these things are presented to us, and a lot of times it's a dog and pony show. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's like, well, we're going to show off our awesome CGI trailer, but we're not going to give you any gameplay yet because either A, it's not ready, or we're just trying to build hype.
Yep.
And get your money before you really see what's going on, which is kind of a shady practice.
Yeah.
I have a lot. I mean, we could have a whole separate podcast on my thoughts on the gaming industry, but that's not what this is about. So,
we don't have a gaming corner this time.
right,
No.
right. So, I've just been streaming those 3 movies this week, and then trying to catch up on conferences.
Cool.
Nothing too nuts.
Nice.
Nothing too nuts. I just started watching. What is it called? Oh, the latest season of Arrow.
Oh.
I don't know. It just came up on Netflix, so we're finishing off the Arrow stuff where he's in prison.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, and that just.
Did I
so
tell
that's
you
all
guys
we're
I-
doing.
Did I tell you guys I watched the Ted Bundy with the Zac Efron in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you mentioned that last week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Just making sure that I'm not forgetting anything.
No, you made it.
Cool.
You made it. I can't remember what else we're streaming. The weeks go by so fast. I should write
right?
these things down more often. So, in fact, I will. I'll just start my own little note page that says, "What did you watch today?"
That's probably a good idea.
Right. My name is DJ, and today I watched this.
I did notice that there's the new season is out, and I think I talked about it coming, but this new season of Alice in Paris is out.
Oh,
I want to check that out on. Yeah.
Yeah, you had talked about it coming.
Yeah, so I have to check that out. Do a nice review for them, or bad one, depends on. I probably like it because I liked all the others. So Alice in Paris on Amazon Prime. If you could check that out. They're like, Joe, I don't know if you knew it, but Alice in Paris is only like 2 to 3 minute, like short vignettes, I guess.
Never even heard of it.
Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime. And it's Alice who takes you through Paris, and it's like a little mini 3-minute drama of what goes on, plus all the food that you can get in Paris. So it's pretty neat. Neat little thing. One of the teachers I worked with told me all about it, and so I started watching it, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Then they had a second season, and I was like, ooh, let me watch that. And so the little 1-minute vignettes became 2 minutes, and so I'm looking forward to season 3. The producers actually wrote to the podcast, and they were pretty excited to ever have a podcast talk about their show.
Yeah, they were happy.
So, which was pretty neat. So,
Sweet.
Yes?
I said sweet. No, that's little
sweet.
Short vignette stuff is kind of like, that's kind of neat. You can assure people that we got enough time to check this out. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure, and when she said it was only a few minutes long each one, I was like, okay. I found myself watching the whole season. I'm like, okay, this is cool. So, but anyway, that's for future. I don't know what's going to happen, when that's going to happen, but one of these days. I know I need to see the next season of, what is it called? What is it? Murphy's Law. I'm blanking on
Murphy's
the name.
Law.
What?
Milo Murphy's Law. That's it.
Okay.
Milo Murphy's Law.
Murphy Brown?
Ooh.
No, Milo Murphy. It's voiced by Weird Al Yankovic.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'm feeling...
Murphy Brown was like a primetime show, right?
Yes.
Like that was on in the evening?
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
I was too young to watch that.
What?
Aw.
I watched
pretty
Murphy
sure, like-
Law, or I watched Murphy Brown.
Yeah.
Was she a lawyer?
She was a news lady.
Yeah.
See, I have no idea.
Well, you probably had other things to watch.
Yeah, I mean, we all had other things to watch. I lived in the middle of nowhere, and it was like I would read and watch Murphy Brown. It's probably why I'm such a smart ass.
You watched dang it. That's the one where Newhart. That's it.
Oh yeah, Bob Newhart. Yeah.
I was gonna say, what's the one with Bob Newhart in it?
Yes, Newhart. Get it.
Where he wakes up at the end and it was a dream the whole time.
Yeah. Oh.
What a rip.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I was hoping they would Game of Thrones that, but I guess not.
Nope.
Ned Stark wakes up and goes, "Oh, I had a terrible dream, Cat."
Oh crap! Where are the kids?
Yeah, we got to get out of here.
This is a terrible idea. What? There are outtakes from the Burbs? Oh, well, that's happening. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
Got distracted.
Well, hey, what's next?
You know how shiny things get me.
I do know shiny things, let me tell you. Next week's films. What's coming out next week?
Movies?
A couple films I really can't wait to see, like Shaft. That's
Can you
coming
dig
out.
Dude, the Dead Don't Die comes out next week. Finally.
Adam Driver! It does.
Gotta
It
go
does.
see that. Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Ah, crap. Next week is Tech Week.
That's when you start your new thing, right?
It is, yeah.
Get busy for your thing.
So we won't have Beth on the show next week.
I'm not gonna be able to see it.
Beth, you got to just take a break. Like,
Well,
you got one
hopefully-
show under your belt, and then like, okay, I'm gonna take a break for the next one, guys.
The
You
thing
guys
is,
count me out.
hopefully after this next week of Tech Week, where I'm there every night,
Yeah.
hopefully, then I will only be there for show nights. Hoping
Oh, yeah.
that nobody needs me for things other than costumes for the third show.
Tell
Then,
them no, I'm on vacation.
I don't get to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Well,
That's true.
is it a volunteer thing?
yeah, but I'm on the board, and it's like,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah. Once you're on the board of the theater,
no escape.
say goodbye to your life.
I figure if you're on the board, you write the schedule.
Well,
No. We did. We wrote the schedule. But, see, if you're on the board and someone totally screws the pooch, as it were, or quits randomly, like this last weekend, my hero quit because he just decided he didn't want to be in the last 3 shows of the run because, you know, he had to go smoke weed with his girlfriend. I don't know.
somebody got shafted.
Yeah, so my stage manager had to learn the hero's lines, and then I had to be the stage manager.
Well,
So it's like everyone shuffles all the time.
Well, boo to that guy for just quitting with 3 shows. Like, with 3 shows left? Why?
Yeah.
Why even? That's so weird.
That's what we said. We were just like, "Oh, come on, brother, you little
like
poop."
quitting like after 2 shows makes way more sense than quitting with 3 shows left.
Exactly.
not cool.
Yeah.
Not
We-
cool.
we-
Don't let him come back.
Well, I mean, I won't cast him. Excuse me, I won't
Yeah, I
cast him
wouldn't.
again. I mean, not that that matters. I'm going to try not to direct again. Ugh.
Good luck with that. But if I wrote a show, would you direct it for me?
I don't know. Maybe
Maybe.
we'll see.
Men in Black comes out this weekend.
Excellent way to bring that around town.
The
Thank
Adventures
you.
of Thor and Valkyrie. Got it.
Yeah, exactly right.
You have a good point there.
assuming roles here on Earth now that Thanos has been dealt with.
Yep.
Got a new job.
That's funny. And then, Late Night was supposed to come out last weekend, and it didn't come out anywhere here.
Oh,
So hopefully it'll come out again.
Tricky.
So Take 2, Late Night. Hopefully we'll see what happens. So, all right. Box
Why
office.
would that happen?
Why? I'd be probably because of the films that were out already. That
We're
it
still
was
doing well.
Yeah, like Ma and Secret Life of Pets and Dark Phoenix all coming out. They'd say, "Well,
right.
let's just wait." So quite possibly that's what happened.
So having never worked in a theater, like have you guys worked in an actual movie
Yep.
theater or no? Okay, so is it up to the theater what movies they run, or is there an obligation between them and, like, say, the studio or the production company or whatever? Like, you need to run this movie this many weeks, or else, like, there's a problem. or
as
something.
far as I know, it's the head office. At least this is the way it worked at the theater I worked at. The head office told each theater what movies they were going to run. So, like,
the theater's head office.
yeah. So
Yeah, okay.
we at Placerville never got Man in the Moon, the Jim Carrey,
Yeah.
Oh
Movie?
yeah,
because for some reason they thought that it wouldn't play in Placerville very well. So we just never got it. Likewise, we never got up here Black Klansman in Placerville
No.
at all. Like, I had to go to Sacramento to see it because I guess they just figured we were not the market for it.
The right crowd for it.
Yeah. So it, and then likewise in a different way, the 13th floor closed within 4 days, and we just had an empty theater until they sent us a new print of something. So I guess they decided then that we weren't after they sent us the original print, that we weren't the market for the 13th floor. So it's all very like math Moneyball sort of
Okay,
like
I gotcha.
who's going to watch what where.
Right.
And each individual theater, I don't think, has any say in what they get. It's what we're told we get.
yep. Basically.
So then, who makes the decision to yank a movie? Same thing.
I believe so. Yeah, or at least that was the way it was in the year 2000. So many years ago.
Man, I was
when
20
dinosaurs
years old.
roamed the earth.
And flying cars were yet to be invented.
That's right. Before we all had hoverboards.
What a scam that was.
Back in the
No
day.
kidding.
I remember elementary school. Yep, by the year 2000, we're going to have flying cars, and everybody's going to be able to just teleport wherever they want.
Yep.
Okay, well,
Also,
Still-
nope.
what the hell?
So,
All right.
So, weekend numbers? Shall we do a rundown?
do the math, man.
Do the math. Number 5 took in $13 million.
Ooh.
Rocket Man.
Rocket Man.
Still hanging in there.
Still hanging in. Number 4, Godzilla at $15 million.
Oh.
Number 3, Aladdin comes down at $24 million. Wow, doing some good stuff right there. So number 2, Dark Phoenix.
Nice.
$32 million. I hear tell that they had a $200 million budget.
They probably did.
Yeah. So, it needs to get a few more. Hopefully people will go see it.
Is that the last, or one of the last movies that Fox Entertainment was making before
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
sold
it
to
was
Disney?
already. Yeah, it was already in production.
Right.
Pre-acquisition.
That's what I thought.
That's
Yeah.
why Disney said, "Yeah, you guys can finish.
Go
that
ahead
up."
and finish it up, and then we'll clean up after.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah.
let the door hit you on the way out.
Basically. And number 1 is...
John Wick 3.
Oh, no.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Oh, Crazy Rich Asians.
Endgame. Oh,
I'll tell you a little secret.
Uh-oh.
It's none of those.
Oh, dang it. Spoiler.
Secret Life of Pets 2.
Ah.
wow.
That's not something I
that-
would have...
That beat Dark Phoenix.
It beat Dark Phoenix.
Wow.
$46 million
Hot diggity
it
dog.
made.
Good
Yeah.
job, Secret Life of Pets.
No kidding. So, so next week you'll find none of those in the top 3.
I'm sure.
None of them. Men in Black is probably going to be number 1 is my prediction. Mm-hmm. So, and number 2 is probably going to be the Adam Driver film.
I think it's a limited release.
Yeah,
though.
it's possible, but I
Oh,
don't
no.
think so.
Never mind then, it's Shaft.
Yeah.
I don't think
Never
it's
mind.
getting a big. Blue might know more. I don't know if it's getting a full national release.
Oh, well.
So, like, we're gonna have to hunt it down.
Yeah.
Kind of like we had to hunt down Black Klansman at first to see
Yeah.
it early.
Oh, man.
I think it's
coming
gonna
to Folsom.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Well, if you guys are getting it, then we're getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get it. I have no problem. I have no doubt. That's what I meant. No doubt we're gonna get to see it.
But you also have no problem.
And yeah, no problems either. Honestly, problems gone.
I know, you have...
So,
Holy crap. Can I
Holy-
go see it right now?
it's possible they may have a limited release early. Very possible they do that.
So I'm going to leave. I'll talk to you guys later.
Aww.
Not really.
Oh, really? Okay. Because we still have to talk about future films.
Or I could, like, go see The Dead Don't Die.
I know, right? Whoops.
Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, future films and trailers. See anything fun?
Let's see what I can...
Star Wars.
Star Wars? Yeah, is that
Star
is that a
Wars.
thing?
It's gonna be.
Huh.
Yeah. And there's a Disneyland open
What?
with Star Wars.
Oh,
yeah.
what do you mean?
How did I
Yeah.
miss that?
I don't know how you missed it, but yeah, there's a whole land in Disneyland
Wow.
dedicated just to Star Wars.
What's it called?
I don't remember. It's off the top of my head. Star something.
Starland.
Yeah.
Edge
Edge of the World.
Galaxy.
Thing.
Oh,
Long time ago.
now Star Edge of the Galaxy. No,
Aha.
something.
That makes perfect sense.
I like
forget it. I
I'm
don't.
for it.
We'll find something. Hey, 21 Bridges looks interesting. Somebody's trying to escape New York. They shut down all the bridges and don't let them escape.
Oh, yeah. I feel like I saw that trailer.
Yeah.
I did see that trailer somewhere.
Yeah.
We've talked about Crawl for a second, but I wanted to add there's a sign language interpreter in this that we're looking forward to seeing. Yeah.
That Spider-Man still, right? That's coming in July.
Yeah, that's coming super soon.
Midsummer.
I'm looking forward to Midsummer. Isn't that a scary movie?
No, man, you should go check that out.
I think it's scary.
No, you should definitely go watch
I think it's
it.
going to be good.
I think I'm
it's
going to
be
watch
at least a 7 on your scale.
Yeah,
a 7.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty safe bet, Joe.
I'm going to have to watch a trailer before I think about this. 'Cause I think
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, just trust
I think
us.
fine.
I don't trust you.
Dang it.
21 Bridges has Chadwick Boseman in it.
Hey,
Yeah.
you like the
He's
Black
the main
Panther.
Yeah,
I do.
That's right. That's right.
I do. Crawl, did you mention that right now, DJ?
Crawl, we just said
Okay.
Crawl
Yeah.
with the sign language interpreter in it.
I thought you were talking about Krull, that movie, the fantasy one that we were talking about last
No,
week that me and
no,
Joe
no.
have seen and no one else on the planet.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great movie. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. That's gonna be.
And I think I talked about it last week. I saw another trailer for it, and I'm like even more excited. Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah, you did talk
yeah.
about that, and I am also going to watch that.
It looks so great. Like
Yeah.
I know it's just like car stuff and crashes and greasy dudes and sweaty men, but it,
I can't see anything wrong with any of that.
It looks cool. Looks cool.
All right. I'm looking forward to The Kitchen. It's like it has Elizabeth Moss, Tiffany Haddish, and Melissa McCarthy.
Oh.
And it's set in the 1970s, and they like are gangsters. Like they take over Hell's Kitchen
Oh, dear.
from the gangsters. So all these women like go crazy and take over, all the money and all that stuff. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that looks like something looks interesting.
Yeah. Watch these ladies take over all the gangster people that are like, no woman can come over here. I don't work for women. And
You're going to die, clown.
yeah.
Did you see? Maybe not you, DJ. The Child's Play trailer.
Yes.
I saw
Okay.
the trailer.
You don't. I think the kid is relatively unknown,
Yes.
but he plays. I recognize him from these couple music videos that I've seen that I will link in the Discord. He's in those, and I'm like, if he got discovered based on the acting in these music videos, I could totally see it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's the same kid.
And
me make
Aubrey
sure.
Plaza's the mom. Holy crap balls! Mark Hamill's going to be the voice of Chucky?
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Yes, that's right.
He does so much voiceover. He's the best voice
does.
for the Joker. The old,
Yeah, it's totally the same kid.
yeah, the cartoon. It was one of my favorite Batmans.
Oh yeah, Batman the Animated Series Joker is the best Joker.
Thank you. And also,
Yes.
also the best Harley. Original Harley. Just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Let's see,
Totally.
the little boy. Gabriel Bateman. Hello, little boy.
Next
one of
week's topic, what should we talk about?
I thought we decided on it already.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah.
You're right. We're going to talk about movies that have spiders in them.
Yeah.
Your favorite movie that has a spider in it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be a long scene. Just
Ew.
a teeny tiny scene where there's a little spider where you go, eek! And then you move on and you have a great story. Right?
Yeah. Oh,
So,
wow, look at
we'll
that
do
little
that.
face. We'll be just fine.
So if you really wanted to know what's in the chat, become a Patreon subscriber. Anyway, so also, if you have your favorite Spider movies, 512 Podcast or shout out at tfwmovies.com. Also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, at TFW Movies. Check us out and let us know what your favorite Spider films are.
Okay.
If you want to do Spider-Man, you can totally do Spider-Man. Spider in that, right?
There's totally a spider in that movie.
That's
yeah.
correct.
How else does Spider-Man become Spider-Man?
They show it. They show it.
Yeah. They show it. Hey, before we end the show, I just have to say, we're getting new art, and guess who's drawing it?
Checho!
Yeah, Checho from the Standard Tattoo Shop. Oh, down in Chula Vista, San Diego area. So, great guy, great tattoo artist. I've never had a tattoo by him, but I think that if I do get one, it's probably going to be from him. And if it's the new logo that's coming up with the new art, maybe I'll get that tattoo. The Thanks for Watching tattoo. And, it'll be a great tattoo because Checho's creating that. So he would know how to put Thanks for Watching on your arm in case you wanted to have a permanent logo.
Because everybody wants
watching.
that.
Exactly.
I got a perfect spot for it.
I'm worried about that spot. Hey, Just Joe, you want to plug something? I guess plug is not a good idea. Choice of the words.
Yeah, real quick. Twitch.tv/apostle_OFC. Come watch me play video games. Come talk to me. Come have a good time. We listen to music. We play fun games. Crackhead Blue's in there. You can interact with her as well. It's a fun time. Come on through.
Happy fun time.
That's right. Beth, you want to plug something?
My show's done.
Your show's done. Never mind.
I took
Got a
down
new show
the set. I'm like, poo! I took my badger in a ball gown home.
Nice.
So there was a joke about badger in a ball gown, so we made a taxidermy badger in a ball gown.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'll post a picture if you guys want to see it. He kind of
Put
looks
it on
like
the Instas.
There was a little kid in the audience who called it the werewolf witch. So I mean, it didn't really necessarily look super like a badger. But the thing is, it's illegal to have an actual taxidermy badger. So
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Wow.
Against the rules.
Well,
this is.
I guess so.
Oh, I posted it in the wrong place.
That happens. That's
Yep.
okay. So hey y'all, let's end the show, shall we?
Yep.
You've been listening to what? Thanks for watching. Yeah. Big shout out, huge thank you to our Patreon subscribers. Appreciate what you're doing. Hey, question for y'all, listeners that do Patreon. You have a movie you want us to watch and review? Let us know. Maybe we'll get on that, watch it, and review it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Please, no ghost horses. I'm kidding. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. I'm
going to find every ghost horse movie I can
I know,
find.
right? Every single one.
And just start emailing random people, hey, email this or call this number and ask
And say,
this movie
hey,
to be
Yes.
reviewed.
ghost.
Yes.
Isn't there's some in Lord of the Rings, I think.
I don't like mushrooms either, just so you know. It's just one of those things.
Okay.
Attack of the killer mushrooms. Oh, wait, that's not a thing.
No. We could make it, though.
No. We could. But anyway, that being said, that's also a big thank you, Patreon. Tell us what you want us to watch, what you want us to review. And we'll try and put that in our eyes at some point.
Even if it's an old movie.
Yeah, whatever. We'll try and get it. We'll do what we can. Joshua Struthers also doing some voiceover stuff for us. Thank you, senor. Working on our new opening, so Just Joe gets his Just Desserts.
Hey.
Yay. There he is, Big Check Show again in our credits. Thank you, senor. Our cast. Oh, big thank you to our cast, because without you, who would be talking? Thank you.
Huh? Hey.
Yeah, DJ McGee, Jimmy Harris, Beth Labine, and Joe Ray. All right.
Could you imagine just DJ just talking to himself?
I couldn't.
And sidebarring himself and then sidetracking himself.
And then being like, anyway, to himself.
Yeah, I would totally listen to that.
I
Actually.
have listened to that.
She has. Check her voicemail. You'll find.
True.
So true. Moving on. Thank you, Dorothy Fielden, for letting Beth take over sometimes.
Yeah, thanks, Mom.
And yelling, "Ma!"
She did send me a text. She was like, "What?
What? What do you want?
What do you need?" I'm like, "No, Mom."
That's right. Thank you, Jackie Harris, for lending your husband. And thank you, Penny McGee, because you won't see me until Wednesday when I'm done editing all this. And
also, she lets him do like so much for this podcast. I'll get a text. She's like, he won't stop talking about it. He's still talking about it.
I can't help it.
You do love it.
Anyway, I do love it. And big thank you to our audience. You guys listening to what we have to say about the movies that we like or sometimes don't like, which is rare. I mean, we do love movies. That's why we do this. Otherwise, why would we, right?
Yeah.
So, but, yeah.
Big shout out to Disney in case you want to sponsor the show. We will go to anything you want.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I mean, if you want to, hey, anybody who wants to sponsor us. Well,
I mean, if you want to put me on Batu for a week, no communication with anybody, like I'll do it.
Take one for the team for sure.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
Well, there you go.
You want to see how many lightsabers I can put together in an hour? Like I'll do it.
For real? I
absolutely.
mean,
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Guinness World Record. Let's go for it, Disney.
Yeah.
I'll comment.
And then
I'll like comment on the whole thing. I'll just be like, "Wow, look at him go, guys."
Yeah.
We'll talk about it on the show and like give you some kudos.
Definitely.
So, all right. Well, thank you all for a wonderful evening and cut. Why don't we do next week's topic on spiders?
Fuck you.
Whoa.
Wait. So should
About ghosts?
Yeah, horse
No, well,
ghosts.
I mean, I don't.
Horse ghosts.
Not that specific, because then we wouldn't have enough.
But spiders is okay?
Yes, we would.
I have absolutely zero films that I enjoy about spiders. Zero.
Don't you like?
You know what we should do? Here's an idea that's
okay.
off the tracks a little bit.
Okay.
What is the one subject that you don't want to see in a movie? Because I know what mine is.
Oh, yeah.
And now I know
I hate
what Beth's
spiders so
is.
much.
Well, but you know there are spiders in
Lord of the Rings. That's it.
Yes. Okay, but no, that's not it. How about Nightmare Before Christmas?
I don't even think of the spiders in that.
But they're in that.
You're an ass, DJ.
But when she's reminded of them,
We don't have to do that one.
If everybody has like a huge
just
list
threw
of
it out
films
there.
about spiders, then yeah, go ahead, we'll do it. But I will.
I don't.
Like, I don't like arachnophobia.
I don't want to do spiders.
I don't
wanna
like
do spiders.
Eight-Legged Freaks. I don't like any of those movies about spiders.
I'm not doing spiders.
No spiders?
Not
okay.
doing spiders. How about mushrooms?
Mushrooms?
Sour cream.
Extremely insular.
Oh boy.
How
The
about
one
clowns?
movie about sour cream.
The one
Is there a
movie.
movie about sour
I
cream?
can't currently think of one.
Me neither. I was just thinking of things that.
You know,
Oh.
Crackhead Blue likes spiders. She probably could have come up with a good list.
Oh, I bet she could.
She probably could have.
So, okay, so yeah, do it.
My
Do
wife-
spiders, and Blue's list will be mine.
Okay.
I can't think of spiders.
I'll have Jackie make a list for
Beth,
me.
Yeah.
you could come up with a technicality.
I mean, there are movies with spiders in them.
Yeah.
Shortly
That's all I care
that I
about.
enjoy, but those, Like,
Yeah.
I will tell you, I have never seen the entirety of The Return of the King because that big fucking spider's in there. It scares the shit out of me. And I have not, even the first time I saw it in the theater, I covered my eyes like a little baby person, and I have no fear to tell everybody that.
It's not real. It's not real.
It doesn't matter. It's completely illogical. I can't help it. When I was a kid,
I forgot
I
about
felt
the spiders.
like if I stepped on a spider, its teeth could go through my shoe and bite me. I know it's not true. I know that if I kill a spider on the wall, its friends aren't going to see its corpse and come and get me in the night. But that doesn't stop me from being afraid of it. It's a logical fear.
Blue, can you
All
turn the volume down on that speaker just a
Sorry,
touch?
am I too loud?
No, I can just hear her speaker out in the living room. Just a little teensy touch.
I may just cut that part off and put it at the end where I said suggest spiders, because that was a great reaction. And I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I mean,
I forgot. I
It's
totally
cool.
forgot, honestly.
I mean, if you want people to hear my absolute stupidity, then enjoy. Pass that shit around. I tease you enough about horse ghosts, but whew, I have extreme feelings on spiders.
Clearly.
I don't think any of us would have. Like, I didn't catch that.
Okay, so if you've ever had a black widow on your face while your mouth was open, it's fucking scary. It'll ruin your day.
It will.
teasing
No, I know.
you.
I'm just saying.
I may.
Yeah,
have caught it.
I caught your sarcasm on that, Jim. I'm stupid when it comes to
good.
spiders, but
I'm
not
glad that-
everything else.
I guess we're
Yeah.
synced up.
We are really synced.
Hey, Beth, how do
I hate
you
spiders.
feel about spiders?
I hate them.
Okay.
Spiders are
Well, I know what gifts I'm going to be looking for today.
You.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Shit will go down, Joe.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I'm going to start the show now.